So your character has like so many like redeeming qualities. She's this very like warm, loving person. But what do you love most about the character?
I feel like I was attracted to Aimee because she starts in a very naive space and is very innocent and has an idea of what a perfect world should be like and realizes very quickly that's not the world she lives in. And she always has a voice. She always speaks her mind and doesn't sort of get caught up in what society thinks she should do or should say or how she should feel, and she always is sort of rooting for the underdog.
So where do you think she draws her strength from? Because she'll speak out in these ways where, I mean, no one else would ever dare, even if they might have the same opinions as her.
I think, being in a hospital for most of your life and seeing so much suffering and pain that you sort of have to overcome. You realize that the world is so much bigger than this little bubble you sort of live in, all of it. And I think she's, in a lot of ways, really wise beyond her years, and in some ways is, really, really young and innocent.
How did the dynamics differ between shooting with, your two male love interests, like, chemistry-wise? Like, how did they differ?
Shooting with any two actors is different. It's just sort of the way they work and the process. I would say Gray's more organic and more about like sort of building like off-screen kind of relationship and really sort of talking through the scenes. And Matt's just very very professional, comes in with lines and we sort of get to play it out, block it out, and shoot it.
Yeah, it's great.
Matt Lanter joining us well now. Hello, Matt Lanter.
Hello, I went to an allergy specialist yesterday. Shot up like 64 times.
Did they tell you your allergy?
Yeah. It's mostly the bees and stuff. He thinks so.
Okay, so I was actually at the panel before the show began last summer, and there was quite a bit of a reaction already.
Yeah.
How has it been like to progress from that to like the fandemonium every week with the live tweeting?
It's been fun. Yeah, I mean, it's great. I think it's always fun to see that initial reaction to a trailer that's put together or whatever, but then once we start airing and people get to see what the show's all about and kind of understand the characters, I think that's even more fun, because then we kind of get to be fans with them and talk with them and get some of the interaction with some of the fans. And that's a big fun part for us.
And how was it to have William Shatner join your corner?
I feel like it's always a good thing when William Shatner joins. I was a little skeptical at first when we were like, oh, William Shatner, like what William Shatner are you talking about?
There's only one William Shatner.
There's only one William Shatner, we found out. But it's been absolutely wonderful. It's always funny too, like the banter that goes on and like what he thinks about as he's tweeting, and it's been really fun. I think the cast is really excited about it.
Matt, how was it with the language? Was it difficult to learn and have that be part of your character development?
Yeah, fortunately I didn't have that much. I only had maybe a handful of lines in a season, but yeah, it's really difficult. For me, I'm someone who just doesn't really actually learn like English lines good anyway, so I feel like I struggle with that. But so to learn the language so deep is tough, because it doesn't flow very well off your tongue. It's a very like harsh, weird mix of French and like Latin or something. It's so it's really interesting, but I think it adds an element to the show that's really important and very cool. It's real, and our guy David developed it for the show, which I think is awesome, and it kind of just gives a nice validity to the show.
Do you think it's going to take on another life, just like Klingon did from Star Trek and Comic-Con and looking road signs and people having conversations with it?
That would be awesome. I would love to see that. There's been a little bit of that in like the social media sphere, where people have kind of started putting weird, like random little like things together, or like to see when they do like Atrian tattoos, and we've had a couple of different people like send us like selfies or whatever, or Atrian parties they have on Monday nights when StarCrossed airs, which is like kind of fun.
Yeah. I think it'd be awesome. I think, like I said, I think it adds an element of cool to the show. It adds an element to the show that no other show has.
So the question, when you're 60 and some random person comes up to you and greets you in this language, do you think you're going to have any idea what they're going to
I won't have any idea what they're talking about right now. So yeah, I'll have no idea what they're talking about.
Matt, I asked this of some of the other actors who play Atrians. Does the makeup help you to get into character and like psychologically change?
Yeah, I think it does. I think makeup and all that kind of stuff assists with that. I think that's one of the reasons why you see Johnny Depp constantly wearing all kinds of makeup. And I just wonder if that's because it helps him feel like a different character, and not that he needs the help, but I kind of like it. It feels like, okay, I'm not Matt once I go through the chair, you know.
How was it to explore the arc with Roman's uncle? I mean, there was just a lot of like conniving and trickery with that.
There's a lot of subtext going on throughout the whole season with Castor. There's a lot of uncertainty with Castor. I don't know. Is Castor truly evil? I don't know. I think he's got his own motives that maybe are in his own head valid. I think he's just executing them the wrong way. But I think it's always really interesting when you have a villain who actually is thinking they're doing the right thing. I think that makes a villain more honest and real. So it's starting to come to a head in these next couple episodes with Castors.
What was the most difficult scene for both of you to film? Like, it doesn't have to be the same one.
I would say that the episode I did, the scene I had last episode in the flashback, where I was living through somebody else's eyes and had to speak Sandeep. It's a very difficult language, and I think that the amount of times I know this language, I know what my lines are, and you get on set and you just feel like you're saying sounds. They're not even real words anymore at that point. It's like you say an English word or any other word over and over in your head, it just turns into sounds, and you don't feel a connection to it. So I think that was hard.
I think for me, just one of the more memorable days was episode 7, where we did a lot of underwater work. And I'm saying that because, first of all, it was odd to do the stuff underwater. We were using oxygen breathers and all this kind of stuff. But afterwards, both her and I, for the entire night, our eyes were burning. Neither of us could really see the rest of the night. I actually called her up and I was like, "Are you having problems with your eyes? I can't see at all," because we had to have our eyes open for 3 hours in a chlorinated pool. So I was starting to get a little worried there.
Yeah, it was definitely scary.
Yeah, the next day we were okay, but a little scary.
Yeah, and then one last question. What are your thoughts on maybe some of the fan content, like the videos, the fan art, all of that? How has it been to see that?
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
It's been really cool. I feel like that's, why we do what we do, is to interact, to touch people to the point where they feel compelled to create something of their own.
Yeah, it's really satisfying for me to see, because it's just like a validation that people like what we're doing enough to spend time to make a video of their own. And that's the cool thing about YouTube and social media and all that stuff now, is that we get all this kind of feedback, and not even just I like the show, but they're making videos and their own mashups, and I just think it's so cool. It kind of shows their investment in the show, and it makes us feel great.